You know what you're not going to do today? You're not going to target me as a Native woman, not for any reason. So I just got back from an event. For the first 2 hours of the event, I was walking around, I was grabbing content, I was doing everything that everybody else was doing. Right towards the end of the event, my shoes were killing my feet, so I sat down. Now, this is important information. There were 3 tables. There was one table here with 2 people. There was a table with me, only 1 person, and the next table had 3 people because they had taken a chair from my table to sit there. Each one of these tables had plates of food on it for creators to create content like showcasing that food. The event was almost over when I decided to sit down, and pretty much a lot of people had left and there was like nobody standing around anymore. That's when this man comes over to me and says that I need to get up, that these seats are not for sitting, they're for people to take content of the food, which I'm in no way blocking, mind you. He said, well, you know, a lot of people have left. Pretty much everybody has already created their content here. And he said, no, we have more people coming. But we all knew the event was dying down. People were leaving. There were not a whole bunch of people coming in. But he comes up to me and tells me that I need to get up and go to the back, and there's heated cabanas in the back outside. To which I tell him, why are you targeting me specifically? Why aren't you speaking to that table or that table and telling them they also have to get up and go outside? Why only me? And he goes, well, I'm talking to you. Excuse me, sir, you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to give me an attitude like that. So then I tell him, I'm waiting for somebody to get me a drink at the bar. To which at that point he could have said, okay, get your drink, and then if you can, get off the table because we are shooting content here, which again, they weren't. But that's not what he said. He was not diplomatic like that. He said to him, like, are you targeting me because of Native American? You know, I've got my big Native earrings on and nobody else is looking like me. So at this point, I'm making the assumption that he's targeting me because I'm a Native person. And he goes, well, I didn't know you were Native. I was like, well, why am I the only one you're targeting? I'm wearing my big Native earrings and I'm the only one that you're coming up to telling to leave, not the other 2 tables, even though they also have food on them. And it's the same thing. Why are you only coming up to me? And he goes, well, what's your name? Give me your name. I said, I'm not giving you my name. He goes, no, of course not. And you know, it's like, even if he wasn't direct about it, you can tell racial profiling really, really easy. Nobody's up in here wearing earrings down to their tatas. You saw me sitting by myself and you were like, let me target that one. No, sir, not today. Before anybody comes into my comment section and tells me I'm an entitled influencer, we're literally there to do a job. I did my job. I sat down in a seat that was open after everybody had finished also doing their job. And if I'm the only one that's being targeted, then I'm not being entitled. I'm being targeted. And you know what you're not going to do today? You are not going to target me as a Native woman for any reason. I also want to include that the heated area that they said they had outside, they were all full. You do not have enough room in your venue. If you do not have enough places for people to sit, and that is a fault of you and not a fault of me. What if I was a disabled person? What if I needed to sit down? I am visually impaired. What if I was feeling a little disoriented? I need to sit down. You didn't ask me why I was sitting. You came over and demanded that I get up. Out of the 6 people total there, you only asked me.